So I got a bunch more stuff in the mail today to try from good old eBay. So I'll put it together and see how it goes, eh? So I'm trying a different lens on the camera today because it's the 10 to 18 Canon lens, which not a bad little lens either. It's cheap and light, and it does do 10mm, which is great on the crop sensor. I use crop sensor cameras mainly for the weight, and they're cheaper too. So anyway, because if we have a look, that's the normal angle I was using, a bit more of that angle, and I feel like I'm sort of in the camera here a bit because I have a very small office here. We used to have a bigger house out in the country, but that was falling down, but it was bigger, but we moved off the farm, and now we're in a little tiny house in town, so a bit of a shame. But office is a little bit small, but nice. So I don't have a lot of room here, and 18mm, I feel like I'm right in the camera, so I thought, well, I'll try this lens, which is also an STM lens, so it's, as far as I know, it's pretty quiet, this one. I haven't heard a lot of noise out of this. A lot of these new ones are really quiet. Some of the early ones seem to be a little bit noisy, but this one's brilliant. I don't have the 28mm, but I do have the 40. I think it's about the noisiest one. I'm not sure. And which other? It's probably all the STMs I've got. Or I might have the 50mm, the newest. I used to have the old Nifty 50, which was noisy as all heck and never quite focused. The 50mm STM, very similar photos and a little bit quieter and focuses a bit better. But anyway, if I go to 10mm, I get a lot more room. Obviously it's great, plenty of room, but you get this weird like hand effect, which could be good for a music video maybe, I don't know. And some of these people talk like that, where they, I'm gonna do this to you, and which looks funny. But at 14mm, it's not too bad. I can move this out a bit, and I don't have my big fat nose in the camera, which I'm not sure what the nearest focus is. Probably there, maybe, I don't know. Don't have my big fat nose in your face, which is always nice, because yes. Anyway, so I got wanted to do try to get a bit of more moving around photos, which with the stabilizer lens it's not too bad, but SLR is always a bit funny to hold. So I thought I'd get these. I thought I'd try one of these. These some sort of they come out of China. Fairly well made, and they're very cheap. Well, I think it was about $30. And the idea is it's like stabilizes it with the weight a bit, or at least holds it upright. It's got lots of different adjustments where you can adjust it all different sorts of ways. Eventually, they had absolutely no documentation whatsoever, so it doesn't tell you how to put it together or how it's best, but luckily it's fairly straightforward. Got this handle with this sort of swivel thing, and I think it's supposed to tighten up, but it does not really tighten up very well. Looks like some sort of aluminium thing with some weights that are fairly heavy. I don't know how heavy they are, but there's a bit of weight in that. Anyway, I'll put it on my camera and see what it looks like. So I've just put this on an old Canon 550. It's my wife's camera, and it's got a fairly heavy lens on this one at the moment. It's like an 18-270 Tamron, one of those sort of cheap all-rounders, which just something for taking snaps around the place. This is a bit lighter than the 550 is a bit lighter than the 70D, and even then, and of course it's a pretty heavy lens, maybe if I had a lighter lens on it, even then, that is quite heavy to hold out in front, because I suppose that's how you're supposed to hold it. It's quite heavy. I can imagine that's going to get a little bit heavy very quickly, and don't know how they. Just kind of have to try that, I suppose. Well, that was painful. That is very heavy. It gets very heavy very quick, and I tried. I was going to do a bit of my little doggies, which are laying on the floor here having a good time, but it is really hard to use low level. Just easy to use the camera. I actually tried the 70D with the lighter lens, and actually it actually works out a little bit lighter, I think, with that lens on, because it's a pretty heavy lens. But it's just impossible to get low angle, so I tried walking around. I don't know if I'll put some here, but it was very difficult to keep even remotely sort of stable. I find that maybe it needs practice. Maybe I need to go weightlifting or something, I don't know. But that wasn't easy at all, and not very good. So interesting little gimmicky thing, but not really. I'm not sure. Maybe it'd be alright with a GoPro. I don't know. I'd have to try it with some sort of GoPro. I don't have one. I was thinking about getting one, but a lot of money for something I probably wouldn't use a lot, but might be fun to use. I might get a cheap Chinese one. Maybe I use because I do a bit of walking in the pool, and maybe I could film the doggies in the pool. But anyway, would also work, and probably a little ordinary video camera, little digital video camera or something. I don't have one to try. I do own one. Well, I used to own one. My daughter borrowed it, and it's now about 1,000 kilometres away, so I can't try it on that. Might be all right for that. I wished I had one to try. Anyway, it's supposed to be. It's called a portable handheld video Steadicam stabilizer for DSLR, SLR, DV, GoPro. But it's so. I probably would not recommend it. I think probably not worth even $30. So yeah, we'll try something else. I've got another one coming. I'm thinking about getting. Well, I actually have ordered it. It's like the handle, more of a handle where the camera hangs underneath, and it's a little bit cheaper even, just a bit of a handle. And I thought it'd be good for filming the dogs, because they're nice low angle ones. And maybe you could bolt the two together and make a stabilizing, but that'd be useless anyway. Because I think the idea of the handle one is the camera hangs underneath and gives you a bit of stability. I don't know how that'll go with like family events or anything, because I think it's going to be hard to get high angle. I think it's more of a low angle thing where you could just sort of carry it. So I don't know how that'll go either. So that was a bit of a fail, really. So. Oh well, these things happen. Back to the drawing board.